All right, I'm out of the studio again for a couple days, away from my instruments to spend some time with family and all that. But I wanted to squeeze in a video on an important topic. I want to tell you why I completely stopped teaching for a while and why I'm starting it up again, more importantly. So the last time I had a heavy teaching schedule was in 2020 going into COVID. And before that whole mess unfolded, I was completely burned out. I was just fried on it. I was traveling to people's homes, which isn't ideal for a number of reasons. I was undercharging considering my experience, skill set, and credentials. And most importantly, I had a lot of students who just weren't putting the work in, which is really what drained me the most. I'd show up every week, give the same lesson over and over again, suggest ways to help them stay motivated and fit practice time into a busy schedule, or even in some cases gently suggest that maybe this just wasn't for them if they just couldn't find the time. But even though I felt worn out and frankly guilty about taking their money every week, almost all of them wanted to continue, which I don't completely understand the psychology of, but I knew that I needed a change. It wasn't sustainable. So as people organically finished up with me, I just tapered down my schedule and got into other things for a couple years. And a similar kind of thing happened with my playing, actually, but that's a story for a different day. I'll make that in another video. But anyway, more recently, I've been in touch with some prior students who were actually amazing to teach. These were the really good ones. Whatever I gave them, they threw themselves at. A few of them went from zero, truly zero, to being really quality players or very prolific producers in a couple of years. And that kind of growth is very deeply satisfying to witness. And the professional relationship was great. Hold on, this truck is loud. Yeah, anyway, the professional relationship with these people was great. They were very respectful of my time. They paid whatever rate I thought was fair without haggling like a used car dealer, and they didn't mind traveling to me or doing Zoom sessions. This is exactly how I was with my teachers, too. So despite my burnout, I started to really miss working with these super dedicated kinds of students. And I love music more than anything. I've worked too hard at it for over 20 years and have just too much knowledge to share to not teach, at least on a part-time schedule. So going forward, I decided I'm going to keep creating teaching videos until I have 5 to 10 of the right kinds of students who are as serious about this as I am. And if you're serious about becoming a better bass player and all-around musician, just send me a DM or use my profile link to book a lesson, because you are exactly the kind of student I would love to have. Until next time.